In which case, we are now recording. So, welcome back to Rolls to Die For. This is Act 4, Episode 2. It's been a little while, and we've done a few things off stream. Firstly, we ran about an hour one shot for ourselves, where you ran into a mysterious shopkeeper during your initial
Oh yeah.
investigation into the city. And it had turned out to be a shopkeeper that dealt only in soul coins. And everything there cost various bits of your soul. All of your souls were appraised. Ren, the only thing he wanted to buy was your devotion to your goddess. Leah, he wanted your psychic knives and said that or when you develop your power, he wanted your psychic knives. And he said you did not have enough musical talent to fill up a teacup.
Yep.
Eritrea, your musical skill was really interesting, but he also found your soul to be near unreadable because it was so bright. It was blinding him when he tried to look. So he tried to buy it for all the money he had, and you said no. Understandable. But then as you stepped out into the world, the shop you were in collapsed, and you were set out into the demon-infested city again. Then we kind of went back to what we ended last official episode with, where you're trying to sneak through the city to get to the castle. You unfortunately spooked some Nazargons, I think that's what they're called. Basically demonic horse riders, and you were chased by an entire pack of them through the streets, reaching a dead end when you were saved by being pulled into a nearby house by a couple of other survivors who managed to essentially hide you from the demons. You had a very, very brief conversation with them, but not really enough to let anyone remember, let's be honest. I've just realised I completely accidentally did the recap without asking if all of you guys wanted to. I'm so sorry.
We're so
No,
sorry.
you're
All of your
learning.
favourite One of the categories when we do our awards is going to be Best Recap. And if everyone... It will just be me, or me. Anyway.
You deserve all the awards for that.
Thank you very much. So, we're going to go that you have just been pulled in to the very small enclosed one-room house. It's the outside was made of quite rough stone, and inside it's got some very old and extremely worn wood flooring. The door's been slammed shut behind you by really quite old woman, probably in her 70s. Grey curly hair, shawl wrapped around her with a very faded patterned dress, and she is holding the door closed as you hear the Nazugons walk off, the clipping of their iron hooves on the cobbles. Also in this room are what look to be like 5 or 6 people, all kind of crammed into different corners with bits of soft bedding and a couple of rough tables around. And in the middle there is... it's been cut away from the floorboard, so it's just standing on just cobbles that have been brought in. A small fire pit with a very small cauldron sitting on top, giving the flickering fire is giving warmth to the place, but also throwing dastardly shadows around. So you can't even see into all of the crevices in this open plan room. The woman has held the door closed, and for a minute or so, nobody moves or said anything until the sound of the hooves have left. And she turns around and goes, "That was extremely close. So,
Thank you for your timely assistance with that.
what stupidity have you been doing hanging around at night?"
Well, the mission can only be done at night, so that's why we left at night.
What mission? Any mission you got, and you got yourself killed.
So we were sent from, what was the port's name again?
Port Albany.
Been a hot minute. We've been sent by Port Ulmir to go and find out what caused the rift thing, so we can close it.
What?
Save the Isles.
What are you talking about? Come, sit down.
How
There's
long
no
have
point
you
us
been?
clamoring around the door like this.
Yeah. Okay.
You're led to a couple of very low benches that are basically just on the floor. They're just raised planks around the fire. And you hear some more shuffling as people kind of curl themselves up again. But you can feel a number of eyes on you, all of you. So, who are you? You are not, I suggest, particularly smart if you've been wandering around like this.
I don't know who told you, but I can read just fine, okay? And, we were sent from Port Ulmir, because this is the Broken Isles. We were sent from somewhere else to come over here and help fix said Broken Isles.
Broken Isles? This is the
Oh,
land of the
no.
Ankatar.
The
Ankatar.
land of the...
Ankatar.
Oh, I'm going to prove how much I can read by asking you to spell that out for me.
Ankatar. The Ankatar.
Okay,
Our island's
land
called what's
of
always been called.
Qatar. Well, not
And I
anymore
know a
because it's
little bit
barely
of
an
the
island.
city. I know a little bit of the Isles past this city. And I've never heard of a Port Ulmir.
You realize that the land of Akatar is the only place that's
Ankatar.
like this, right? Ankatar. Sorry, it's dark in here. You know this land of Ankatar. It is not. That's not what the whole world looks like right now. It's just this land. Like,
I find that extremely hard to believe.
we started off adventuring from a desert. We went into a very tree-like place called Sam's Wood, which has nothing to do with Sam or his wood. And we went to a wonderful city that was had dark clouds over it, but it was living, and there wasn't those kind of things running around at night. There was something else running around at night, but not those kind of things.
If the world has not been dragged down into this, where have they been for 50 years? You may understand why I'm reluctant to believe you.
Yeah, that's true, but you can see just from looking at the three of us that we are not from here, and we look. No, I don't mean to say it, but rather clean.
Suspiciously so.
I'm a
Perhaps
paladin of
you and
Sune.
demons decided to come and play tricks.
Okay, we're getting off on the wrong foot here, but just to let you know, I am a paladin of Sune. Calling me a demon is like a diss in where I'm from, so just cool it on that talk, okay? I'll reveal
You're
my
in my
holy
house.
amulet.
I will talk how I wish.
I mean, true, but we're also here to try and help, so let's just reset a little. I'm a paladin of Sune. This is my holy amulet as a proof that I am a paladin. And these are my friends. We are the Kindlers. Next to me here is Eritrea, the bard. And then we have
Hello there.
Leah, the hero thief of Radis.
Oh, the silent type.
I mean, you don't get to be the thief bit if you don't do the silent bit when it's necessary, It's there. That was the territory.
I mean, if you were demons trying to hide in here, well, it would be the first time that they've tried it, and I find it difficult to believe they would come up with new tricks after 50 years.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they even got off the horse to try, so do they just stick on those things all the time?
No. They were not like that. Well, anyway. So, you come from the outside world?
Yeah. We're trying to get to the castle.
Well, in which case I will ask the questions I insinuated before. Where the fuck have you been for 50 years?
Well, I'm a strong 27, so like I get half that just cut off straight off the bat, right? But everyone else, I'm guessing, was gathering, trying to learn more information. It is a giant rift that's in the middle of, the giant portal that's right in the middle of these aisles. So it's going to take a lot of time and research to figure out how to close that. And I'm sorry that no one came beforehand, but we're here now and we're going to try and fix it.
Nobody came to help.
And I'm sorry for that. I will make sure to reprimand the church that I am from and ask them why when we get out of this. But for now, time is of the essence, and we need to get to the castle.
Well, say I do believe you and don't judge you too harshly for not coming to a rescue that happened before you were born. Explain for me a bit more why you're here, why you need to get to the castle.
We're looking for any evidence that could lead to why the portal opened, or any kind of mechanism. There's two cities, obviously, on your land of Ankatar. So we're being tasked to look at this one, but another team has gone to look at the other one. We're going to find what we need, get to the portal, close it, deal with the demons afterwards. Big party. That's the vibe right now.
You're far too chipper for this conversation.
I mean, it's Ren. Beacon of hope.
Well, you needn't go to the castle to find out why the rift opened. It's common knowledge.
Maybe in the lands of Ankatar, but not in the outside world.
Well, allow me to unfortunately describe your folly, your mistake. You're not going to find a reason a rift was opened here, because it wasn't us who did it. It was those bastards from Vermai. The Beaumonts.
Now, I remember reading in, like I said, I prove I could read, that both sides were attacking each other, but before the big attack happened, everything was fine. Was there something that led to this giant folly of man?
An invasion from the others. We were not the first to declare war. They broke it first. Our king did all he could, I'm sure, but he could not convince them. And clearly they were in league with these otherworldly powers.
Out of character. That's not what we hid, is it? We hid it was both at the same time, right?
You know they both declared war on the same day.
But obviously it was too long ago for us to really know who did it first.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Out of character, my assumption is that they both did the invasions at the same time, and then they both got pissed about it. That's where my head is at. But okay, cool. All right. Back in character.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. Well, maybe there's something that the king had, as even the declaration of war. The first kings are very sentimental. They like to keep these kind of things as ammunition for later, for future trade agreements. So we still need to go to the castle, but that is very interesting to hear, because that is not what we have heard.
Oh, you've heard from the other side. They were trying to blame us for all kinds of stuff.
No, they're as screwed as you are to begin with.
Well,
So let's, 50 years ago, everyone's already in this hellscape. Let's just simmer it down a bit, okay? How do we get to
you
the
do
castle?
not get to tell us to simmer it down. We have been under these conditions for 50 years.
Why
Most
didn't
of
you
these
leave?
other people in this room were born during this time.
So why
I've
didn't
lived
you
through it
leave?
all. We couldn't. We aren't
Is there something
allowed.
stopping you from leaving? Or
Yes,
are you just
the threat
scared
of being
of the
eaten
big...
or tortured or killed or ripped apart.
Right. Okay, so we need it.
And it's not an empty
a
threat
back
when you've
table.
seen it happen to so many.
Yeah, very good. Right.
So you do not get to tell us that we get to calm down.
Okay, that's fine. Do you know how to get to the castle?
Yes.
Would you be willing to show us?
Oh, tonight you're fucked. To put it nicely. You've...
Okay. Can you give me directions then?
You have brought the Nazargons to this area. They will be swarming the streets all around here all night. You won't leave the alley before they find you.
We're on a time limit, so I will just take the directions, please, ma'am.
Sure, if you wish to go out and just be
Yes,
killed.
please. Yeah.
Well,
Well, I will be killed, and neither will my friends, because we're amazing adventurers. But we are on a time limit. We've been given a job. We do the job. That's how we get to the end of this. Yeah, if it's all swarming around the streets, as soon as we get away from the streets, we have a free open shot to the castle.
Oh,
good.
apart from everything else in the castle.
Ooh, is there like a big demon up in the castle?
Well, there's the Hellion who runs this area. Was gifted
Ooh,
the
Hellions.
castle for taking it.
Do they speak common?
They scream it quite regularly.
And I'm guessing they do the whole evil dictatory thing and start screaming all over the city, their demands and how blood tolls and all that kind of weird stuff. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
Does this Hellion have a name?
Yes. Gilvanian.
Ooh. Oh, Vandal. Okay. How big is Gilvanian? Have you seen him in person?
Yes. Big. Scary. Pointy.
Okay. All right. Gilvanian. Okay. This might be a bigger job than we thought, guys.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you go out tonight, you will be killed. And do you even know what you're looking for in the castle? Where to look?
No, that's the
No.
thing. They sent us to investigate without knowing about this big monster chief in the castle. So I'm not really planning on dying tonight. I'd rather stay here asking you questions because you sound like a great source of information. If it's alright with the others. Like, there's a change of plan, don't you think?
Just I don't know what the was it the grandest last stand? Sorry, it's been like a couple of weeks. Grandest
The
last
immovable
stand?
grandstand.
The immovable grandstand. I don't know if the immovable grandstand will be stopping. How many? Does anyone remember how many days we were given? Like our character now, just because I've got to catch up with my brain.
I think it was 5 to 6.
And how long did it take us to get here?
Oh, because you came by boat, it only took you like 6 or 7 hours.
Okay, so we could rest for today, but let the streets calm down. Head to the castle tomorrow, or investigate the castle tomorrow. Maybe we might be able to find some signs of the immovable grandstand. Like nothing's going to put them down, but it would be nice to know that they're doing okay.
Sure.
Right. Okay. Elvanian. Okay. Didn't
Well,
know there's going to be a big.
If you're actually going to take my advice this time, rather than tell me just to give you the directions and bugger off, are you willing to?
Sassy.
I thought time was more of the essence than it was. We have 6 days, so we'll be fine. Yeah, I'll happily stay. Thank you.
Yeah, I know it is about 6 days. I can't remember exactly how long it did take you to get here. I think it might be closer to 12 on a particularly
No,
fast
it was
boat,
very
but
short.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was like 6 hours, not even.
Yeah, that's fine then. If you don't know where you're going, what you're looking for, or who is around, I suggest that your friend here is correct. ask questions if you have them, and then join the work detail to the castle tomorrow.
Is there a uniform?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay. That would be a good way of sneaking in.
If... Yes, but if you're willing to... The castle is swarming with demons during the day. Because of the work details. You would be able to get the lay of the land, so to speak. And then make your way during a night where you haven't alerted half the city to your presence.
That does work. You know what? We got off on the wrong foot. You're a smart lady. Okay. Is everyone down with that plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done.
Cool.
Much prefer that to, you know, going out now.
And I figured if we could slip past them, but the giant hellion's giving me pause as well, so I feel like this is a smart. We shouldn't chase in there with everyone being on high alert.
I have a question. How does this work? Pointing at the list who's inside or outside?
It was on
With
the
our names
outside,
on
but
it.
yeah, you can point to where it was. These... essentially the writ of habitation. It says how many people live in the building. Then, you know, they tend to play by some rules at least. I guess if they didn't, then they wouldn't have much of a workforce to do the stuff they needed doing, or wanted doing, or to torture, or whatever. So, we have little control, but I just changed a 5 to an 8 to say there are meant to be 8 people in here. And since you 3 were the additional 3, they read the number of souls. Your crime was being out past curfew.
Oh. When is curfew?
About 9 in the evening to about 5 in the morning.
Okay, so that means we have to try and get into position to attack the castle or sneak into the castle while there is no curfew, and then try not to get caught after that point.
Apart from, we get escorted to the castle. So, they will know who goes and who leaves.
Okay. Oh, I think I realized why we thought we had less time. How many days is it going to take us to get to the center? Our character, I'm sorry.
What, to the centre of the castle?
No, we have to go get the whatever we're investigating and then head to the portal. That was the mission.
Yes. That itself,
think
I'm just
that was the
pulling
bit
up the
where we
map
were taking-
again, if I have it.
'Cause I know there was one reason I was freaking out about the time.
I think it's because an accident is supposed to happen really soon because we don't know enough and everyone is a bit reckless, so that's why. And once the accident happened, everything will go to civil war.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah, to try and be
yeah,
as possible.
that was very good, Leah. You are correct that, yeah, so they're mostly waiting to get as much information as they can, but he said, Commander Durst said, eventually something's going to go wrong and we're going to be found out. You know, eventually they'll smell blood or they'll realise we're here, and when that happens, we need to move immediately, and they don't know when that's going to be. He suggested 5 to 6 days, so
That's
try
fine.
not to dawdle, yes.
And I think I was freaking out as well because I thought we set off an alarm. But if our only crime is being out past curfew, that's more like city stuff, so they won't know that additional souls have joined yet.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I am now on the wavelength of not freaking out as badly, but we are still in hellscape. Okay.
You are.
Yeah. Cool. Right. Yeah. I haven't got any more questions.
Really? You come supposedly from a lovely place to a demon-infested city beset by war, and you have no further questions.
No, actually, what are they getting you to do at the castle?
Serve them in whatever way they wish. Food, clothing, move rocks, build, destroy, whatever. Clean, torment, or be tormented.
Um, uh, so you said torment or be tormented. Does that mean that they get you to like attack other people that live here,
Yes.
or torment other? I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that.
Well, neither are we, but we don't have much of a choice. Ideals and morals had to go out the window a long time ago. The fates that they can deliver to people here is worse than death. You've already seen some of them. The Nazargons.
Wait, they used to be people.
They used to be our city guard.
Oh,
It was one of the first things. We didn't know what was going on for a few days. We saw the red light, but we didn't know what it meant. And then our lovely city was besieged. And we knew very quickly it was a losing battle. And so the guards did what they could and tried to negotiate. And a deal was offered, which they took because they had no other choice. They signed and were immediately dragged away. Maybe a week later, those things came back. They still patrol their old routes. Twisted perversion of their old rules. You can tell the old lady's getting het up and sad and angry all at the same time discussing this.
I will do like a small like shoulder tap and do like a small guidance just so they have the warmth of the light for like a second. And
Won't do
I'll
much
say,
here.
well, hopefully we can put an end to all this.
The three of you.
You know, there's another team in the city as well. We figured smaller strike teams would cause less of a ruckus. And I know that we came in via ruckus, but at least they only think that we were outside curfew, not a small invading force.
This one's doing a lot of the talking. What have you two?
Sorry, I'm just trying to take in all the information. You know, Ren here is asking a lot of good questions. So, yeah, I'm observing for now. Oh, you know, we came in here, we didn't know a lot of information. So that's hard, but you've helped us a lot, so thank you.
I'm wondering if you have any question. You just learn a huge information about the rest of the world. Are you not intrigued?
What does it change?
Hope?
That's not really something many people have had around here. And I'm sorry, but 3 or even 2 strike teams wandering into a castle where you admit you don't even know what's there. Possibly not the most hope-inspiring. Well, if none of you have anything else, then I guess find a corner and bed down.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your information, and we will sort this out.
Well, get some rest, I suppose. We'll have a long day working in the morning.
Good night.
Yeah, the eyes have all been like boring interview from around the room, but no one else has said much. Remember, like you can do perception checks or insight checks or ask any other questions.
I would like to do insight, please.
And what are you trying to insight?
I don't think I got the name of the lady that we were just speaking to.
That was
I
Cecily.
think we did last session. Cecily. Can I do an insight check on Cecily, please?
And what are you trying to insight for?
Mainly little bits of the information. I didn't want to like jar the scene, but their account is not like it differentiates from what we've heard, and I want to know if it just seems like old city pride and then having someone to blame, or if I feel like it's come from like our original idea, which was that two demons were like tempting the others, like the leaders already. So I want to see if it's just old pride or whatever from if the information is different to ours, basically.
She definitely seemed legitimately angry when she was talking about the Kingdom of Beaumont starting the war. It seemed like a deep old wound, like built resentment. That seemed honest.
So that's.
Oh, sorry, you didn't roll. I forgot to tell you to roll insight.
Would you like me to roll?
Yes.
Well, considering how I handle that conversation, that checks. That's a not one.
I mean, I don't think it really matters. I've already said that. So
Yeah.
yes, she seemed to have honest resentment and anger and bitterness as she spoke.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Who are the other people in the room?
Who are they, or
Yeah, like just age, gender, attitude.
attitude? All very suspicious and wary of you. You, as I said, like there are eyes on you. Even as you're trying to find like quiet place to corner down, people are like shuffling away from you. Not in a friendly "let me give you some space," but in a "don't get near me" kind of way. Everyone there seems really quite pale and thin. You can tell some of them are workers. They seem to have they've got some muscle, but like that wiry muscle of like you don't have enough food, but you've built what muscle you can. Ren's comment about being dirty is entirely true.
Ren's a very, he cares a lot about his appearance, so obviously he's going to make at least one comment.
Yeah. A range of ages. So I think I said there's 4 other people. The youngest might look around 20, but even then, still quite sunken eyes. And then the oldest, as I said, is Cecily at like 70s. A mixture of genders, but all of which, no, in fact, yeah, all of which are human.
Young or old?
As I said, a mixture. Like the youngest is around 20, the oldest is about 70.
I'll find a corner because I cannot sleep, so just to don't look suspicious, probably fake taking a nap or something.
Oh yeah. Okay. Eritrea and Ren?
Can I do like a perception check before I call it?
What are you trying to perceive?
So obviously everybody's eyeballing us. I don't want, like, I don't think it could happen, but I don't want them to like try and either kill us or rat us out or steal from us.
Steal us.
While we're sleeping. Well, or steal us and take us to the guard. So I'm going to do a quick perception check just for like weapons or if it looks like anyone's going to try something.
Roll a perception check. Although, like, as I said, like there's very little light in here, I think all have some form of dark vision, so it doesn't matter.
Ooh. And because I'm trying to do this one, I'm going to add guidance.
Yes.
Okay, that is a bit better. So 16.
And what was your guidance roll?
+2.
Okay. 16. You don't see any like legitimate weapons. You see, yeah, like you don't really see any legitimate weapons. You see some people have like some dirty cutlery on some quite mangy-looking plates nearby them. All very battered, like battered iron knives and forks. Nothing fancy, nothing legitimate weaponry-wise. But you do see like a couple of people have like picked up the fork they have and like hidden it in their hand as they've curled up with one eye on you. It feels more defensive than offensive.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I will then go and meditate for 4 hours.
Okay. And Eri, are you good?
Yeah, so I just find a corner somewhere wherever I can, really keep myself to myself, and try and meditate for a bit, try and have a sleep.
Okay, sure. The night goes by quite quickly, and because none of you sleep properly, there's the occasional sound outside of, you know, that kind of fox screaming sound, that but far more demonic, every now and then rattling around the city. Other than that, it's pretty dead quiet. The fire is dying down, and the air gets quite cold quite quickly. Yeah, but other than that, this night nothing happens. You are awoken. See, I'm gonna say, Leah, you see, because you weren't technically sleeping. The other people all seem to wake up of their own accord pretty much at the same time, in the way that somebody who's been living their life getting up at the same time can. They all kind of stir at roughly the same time, and they start packing a few things away. Like, not really, there's nowhere to pack anything, but they're kind of like stuffing their own little corners together, like wrapping up their blankets a bit. And every now and then you see them exchanging glances and looking at you, the newcomers, you three. And frowning faces that look more scared than aggressive. Again. Cecily makes herself known as she nudges Ren and Eritrea and even you, Leah, with her foot. You get up. They'll be here soon.
Okay.
I just got to do my morning prayer and then I'll be ready. I'll find what can only be described as the prettiest spot I can.
There is no pretty spot. Perhaps you can find beauty in the dying embers of the fire.
Can I use one of my 5 scrolls of precipitation to give myself a clean, slightly prettier area?
Yes.
Cool. I will use my scroll.
The ripping sound, like, is very loud in this enclosed space, and everyone jumps slightly. They're not used to this kind of thing.
Cool. And I'll set my my amulet in front of me. I will kneel down and I will do my normal hymn. And I will pray for hope for these people.
You're only about halfway through when you hear clanking footsteps on the cobbles outside, and then a horrible raking sound nails down a wood door. Cecily nudges you and said, "Well, stand up. On the way. Walk single file and try not to speak too loudly. Don't draw attention."
I will hold on to my necklace and I will try and finish my hymn as we walk. But very, very quietly.
Okay. Cecily opens the door and one of the Nazargon is standing there. There's this heavily armored figure with horrible needle spikes protruding from their various armor joints, and this strange, like, death mask face. You didn't get a really good look at before, but it's like somebody's face is cast in metal as they stare down at Cecily, turn around, and walk off. Just their huge flaming lance dragging on the floor behind them. And Cecily and the others start to follow. I guess you guys do as well?
Yeah. But
Mm.
Eritrea's a bit kind of nervous.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, you make your way out and you step out into the daylight. The clouds are still like quite stormy above, and everywhere, although the two suns are casting some light through the clouds, there is still a red faint aura to everything. As the portal halfway across the country is bouncing light off the clouds, almost like a third sun. You see that your original ideas of the city were correct. These are very fine wood and stone buildings, a lot of which are pretty badly damaged and ruins. There's kind of twisted black plant life growing up walls, like more like mold and ivy rather than any kind of nice plants. But you are out actually in the open air. Unlike Georgiac, where even the air was oppressive, the air is cold this morning. Although you do get some wafts of heat and the smell of sulphur from the Nazagon leading you through the city. You are brought up to the long central road that spans the length of the city, at the end of which is the castle on the cliffs above you. And you are being led up there single file. You notice a number of other work details appearing from other corners of the city as you are joining this flood of people all being led to the castle. All being led by various demons. A lot of the Nazagons, these fiery riders, some strange beasts with 3 and 4 jointed limbs dragging body parts behind them on their way up. The people they're leading are all pretty similar. Quite thin, quite gaunt. Not all human. You actually see a fair few Goliaths on their way up, as well as a handful of elves and dwarves. Even like a furbolg or two as well. But I think the Goliaths are possibly the most striking because they're usually, big, muscle-bound, beasts of people. But even they have got this horrible, like, wiring, twisting muscle, but they still look frail and thin, which is accentuated by their height being a good, 6.5, 7 foot tall minimum, as you are being led up. The castle itself is looming up behind you. Numerous spires are seen, coming closer and closer. Do you have anything to say or to look at on the way up?
I'd probably be more keeping an eye out for the immovable grandstand to see if they've thought of a similar idea. And I'll probably keep an eye on like how many people are just how many of the demons are like patrolling the city while we're going up doing this.
You're not seeing many patrols, as most of the demons appear to be taking part in this parade of people. You see some horrible bat-like winged things galloping across rooftops and staring down at the people every now and then, opening their mouths and screeching horrible noises that makes everyone's ears hurt. And all of them are followed by a kind of like a cackling chuckle, as if this is done to torment you. You don't see the movable grandstand. I'm not going to have you roll, but right now you can't see them. Leah and Eritrea, anything?
I think Erin's kind of keeping herself to herself, just like trying to blend in really, and looking to Ren a lot to see what he's doing.
No, nothing yet.
Okay. I'm going to say, as you're walking up, Eritrea, the bracelet on your wrist vibrates twice. Do you remember what the bracelet is?
Nope.
You were given it as the leader of one. You were given it as
Yeah.
the leader of our group. 2 buzzes meant something.
Two
Oh,
buzzes
to
is
check
to
it.
ask if you are alive.
Yeah,
That's
so you're
it.
supposed to
Yeah,
buzz
I
it.
remember now.
I think you have to click it twice back.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 So I quickly just click it twice.
You tap it twice to indicate you are, in fact, still alive.
I do it really subtly, just kind of like.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll say at this point, you might even enter like a couple of 100 people being led up. It's a very large city, but like this quite wide road is quite full of people all being led up to the castle. When you get closer to the castle, it's huge in your vision, but you're led to a couple of gates out the front, and you are very quickly shoved into single file lines. And I mean shoved, like these demons do walk past and just like push you into a collection of lines, like you were queuing at a takeout or checkout even. And
Before we enter, I'll just like pull the sleeve of Ren. I imagine like he's in front of me, maybe Eri behind me, just to make eye contact with him to create a connection. Then turn and try to give a reassuring look to Eri and create a psychic connection.
okay, please roll your psychic dice to indicate how long that's going to take, or how long it's going to last for.
Smart idea.
Sure. Yeah, because I don't think we are really allowed to speak here. 4 hours.
Not bad.
Both of them.
Do you want me to roll twice?
You
I
need to
usually
roll.
just.
Did you not need to roll 2 different ones for 2 different connections?
I never did that, but I don't mind.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. We've never done it. We've done it before, but
Okay,
it's up to you.
that's fine. Yeah, let's just say 4 hours then.
I can. I like the idea.
No, I was just really confused. I couldn't remember, like... no, I don't care. 4 hours is fine.
Could be more.
Could be more? Is it not a D4?
It's a D8.
Oh, okay, no, 4 hours is quite funny then. Yeah. That's the only reason I checked, because I thought you'd rolled max. I was just like, should it be less? But no.
I'll say if it was a 1, you wouldn't have checked. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. And if it was an 8, I would have been really confused.
You'd be like, wait, did you roll twice? What?
Yeah, you're cheating. These lines are moving forwards at a decent pace. And you see that in front of the gates, there's a number of tables with... It's like everyone's being checked on the way in. There's strange, like, fleshy mounds in front of some of the lines. They just, like, literal, like, undulating flesh blobs that will just lean out and just stare at the person and then wave them through with a flick of a disgusting jointed wrist that goes the wrong way. In front of your line, there is, in fact, a purple-skinned demon with what looks like a whole like half crab claw for one arm, with like a spined head like a triceratops kind of thing, going directly up, and just like wide teeth, or what a wide mouth that doesn't appear to have any lips, and just teeth just pointing down. Again, they're staring at everyone who goes past, sometimes giving them a sniff and pointing in a direction, at which point the person is sent off. Most of them are heading up into the main body of the castle itself. Each of you are getting closer, and I would like everyone to I'd like everyone to tell me what order you are walking in. So who's going to be checked first?
Do we
I'll
keep?
go first.
Yeah, what is it? Ren 1, me 2, Eri 3.
Yeah.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. So Ren, you step up to this creature and you get, honestly, a horrible, like, rotting, sweet smell as their breath washes as they look up at you. The strange, horrible, like, twitching form they've got. And she goes, "Strong!" Work detail. Movement. And she points up towards the castle where the main flow is going.
I'll just start walking, like, well, work detail in my head.
Yes.
Like, this should be fun.
Leah, you step forward. And this horrible creature is kind of about your height. Looks deep at your eyes and frowns. Wrong line!
Excuse me?
Dead souls! Inside left!
Wait, are we
What-
getting split up?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Wait, who?
Sorry, Eri. Eri.
Oh, I was like spoke in our heads. I was like, are we getting split up?
Yep, yeah. And what do I see on my left? Like, who are the dead people?
No, you've been pointed up towards the castle, and she goes, inside, on left! So you're going to have to walk up with people before you get there.
So it wasn't me.
Yeah. And Eritrea, you step forward. And this creature is kind of staring after Leah for a second. And then head snaps back towards you. Horrible. Like, you can hear the bones cracking as she moves. But you see her eyes widen. Just go. New one! Tiny!
Eritrea smiles but doesn't know why.
Gifts were evaluated with me. She reaches out this horrible taloned hand, like the claws, like she's got really long, elongated fingers where you can see the bone poking out from under her skin, and it digs into your shoulder slightly. And she starts leading you up. She's following everyone else,
Guys.
but she is entering the castle with you.
I
Keep
guess
it
I
cool.
have to
Okay.
go with the. Yep.
Yeah, just keep it cool. Keep
Mhm.
it cool.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm fine. It's fine.
We can't cause us a ruckus. We're here, scoping out the place.
Everything
Yeah.
else is sharp.
All the way up,
Alright.
like there's flow of people, but there are constantly some form of like multiple demons everywhere, all kind of like like very much kind of body horror positions, horrible leathery wings on those flapping above, and most of them either have claws or spined tails, or some of them are holding look like horrible jagged edged swords. You are being watched the entire way. So, the three of you are going to three different places.
Mhm.
Who's going to go first? You can
Roll it.
roll off if you would like.
Yeah.
Okay, can
Yeah,
everyone please roll
roll
a
it.
d20, and the highest is going first.
15.
One.
What a time to get the nat 1. You can use a psychic dice if you would like to increase it.
No, it's okay. I'll go get some popcorn. I'll watch.
I got a 6, so I am second.
Eritrea, we are following you for now.
Oh.
Okay.
This creature is leading you, or like pushing you ahead of her, and like you can feel the suppression of her fingers. It digs into your skin. You are led towards these enormous open doors into the castle. They're rotten wood, and they're kind of half hanging off the hinges. But you step into a large, round central plaza, like a central, like, what's it called? Hallway, like the entrance room. And there's a huge wooden staircase heading up directly in front of you. Everyone else is being split off to the left. So no one else is going inside, right? But you are pushed directly towards the staircase, and there's a couple of huge hulking demons with like enormous arms, like just standing there, but watching you as you're led past them. Again, you're getting this horrible, rotten smell from almost everybody around here. But you are led past these guards all the way up the stairs, and if you were to give a look back for a second, you see a lot of the people, the workers who are being led inside and left, are looking up at you, frowning, and then when they notice that you're looking down, you're looking at them, they like immediately put their heads back down to the floor, trying not to be seen looking.
Okay.
And you are led up to the first floor, and there's a number of hallways heading off in either direction. What possibly would have been great stained glass windows all around you have clearly been smashed as the demons have wreaked their havoc over the years. You are led to the left and through another pair of quite horribly broken down doors. And you're in what looks like possibly was once a ballroom. You can see a mangled, oxidized chandelier kind of swinging one chain above the main dance floor. The mirrors have all been smashed down both sides, leaving debris everywhere. But standing in the center, or at the far end, leaning down and talking to another demon, is an enormous white beast. Imagine a bit like a very... I don't know how to describe it. I suppose I really need to. A huge, long serpent body with 4 horrible, disjointed legs that it holds itself up on. An elongated face, something a bit like a horse, if a horse was severely sick. Covered in this leathery white skin, and all the way down its back there are protrusions of bone jutting through its skin, just pointing out into the air, and they look razor sharp. They are kind of that mouldy yellow of like off teeth. As you are led to, also has this horrible whipping tail covered in barbs, and this is, I'm just going to say, this is a bone devil. It's probably 15 foot long, but as it stands on its disjointed, like 3-jointed elbows, it's probably 8 foot tall, glowering down. Thank you, I forgot to change the music.
Did you have one?
I had one, yes.
Sorry, it was too peaceful for how disgusting.
No,
this
you're right. I
is.
completely forgot we were in a new scene. Actually, let's listen to yours. Actually, it looks good.
No?
Yeah, yours is very haunting, and considering you're the one that sent it to us, I'm not surprised after that 9 candles game.
So, yes, this demon is kind of leaning down, but then its head looks up to you as you're led in, and the other demon is batted away with one arm, and it stumbles back and falls over before kowtowing backwards as it bows to this demon and scurries out. But you are led as this kind of pink, purply-skinned demon is dragging you forward. Go. My Lord Hellion, a present for thee at the gates. I found it. It is now yours.
Nobody's.
Do you say that?
Nope. In my head. Oh no.
So, does Darcy just get random? Leah just randomly get, "Hey, nobody's." in their head.
Okay, I never said the contrary. Jeez.
This devil like leans its head down, snakes out towards you. You see its horrible, like blackened eyes in its bright white skull. It's be like, and what is this that you have brought me, Musky? And the demon just replies, see, look into its soul. It's shiny. It's new.
Gosh. My head.
So, speak for yourself. What are you? Speak, mortal.
An elf.
You look like an elf. But you smell different.
Haven't had a chance to bathe in a while.
That's not what I mean.
Okay.
Answer honestly. I'll tear you limb from limb here. Wasting my time.
Just an elf. I used to be a bard before, well, here. Yeah. That's all I know. Like, honestly, what more do you want?
Can you roll a persuasion? Slash deception. Ooh.
But it's true!
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna say persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, I love my persuasion. Okay, so I got a 5 plus 10, so that's 15.
I think you're okay because I rolled also really badly.
Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely fine. Its horrible, like, whipping tail, like, comes around you, like, half curls around your leg, and you feel it. It's cold to the touch, even through your clothing.
You.
Why have you been brought to me? Ordinary plaything.
You asking me?
No.
I say.
Musket. You've wasted my time. Get this wand to the drug detail and then report back to me. Yeah. Yes, Lord Kilvian. I'm sorry. Bows, like, dragging you backwards again from the shoulder. And you're dragged out the room. This blackened eyes following you all the way.
Saw a big demon.
Why did you trick me?
What?
Pretended to be something special.
No. No.
If I'm still here at the end of work detail, I shall be seeing you again.
Can't wait.
Fuck off, back to the detail. And you're
bye.
shoved back down the stairs and thrown forward, and indicated you go forward to the left again.
Okay, yeah, I could do that quite quickly.
Whew. Sorry, that voice is making me feel a bit faint because I'm having to breathe so hard.
I probably would try and just talk with the connection and just be like, oh, I saw this massive, like, bone white demon. The weird lady dragged me there, said I was special, and he interrogated me, and then said I was pretending to be special, and I got out, and I'm okay, but this demon, I think, has it out for me now. I might be in trouble later.
Well done, because you are indeed pretty special. Was it the chief of the castle?
I think so. I think he's the leader. The demon was trying to impress them with me for some reason. Something about my soul again. I keep hearing this.
Yeah, we hit it with the. Am I a part of the conversation, or would I have to let you relay stuff to me?
No, but depending on what I'm doing, I would probably summarize that to you. So
Alright, so I'll wait till afterwards. Okay, that's cool.
Okay, so if you're on your own right now, are you going to try to investigate? Is it too dangerous?
I'm gonna wait until I think they're not staring at me anymore because I kind of feel like I've made myself enemy number one. But yes.
Oh, by just existing,
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't do anything, and now it's my fault. Apparently, I tricked them.
Bullshit. Okay, please be careful. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we'll join together
you
again
too.
soon.
Okay, catch you soon.
Probably quickly summarize that to Ren, just saying like, I think Eri met the chief of the castle. He's very scary, and she's quite noticed by them now.
Noticed how?
You know, she's special. Her soul is apparently an attraction to them, but they got vexed because she wasn't enough or something?
The same thing that the shopkeeper said.
Yes.
We should really figure that out. That seems
Yep.
like it's important. We should put a pin in that. But you said a big demon.
Yeah,
That's in
probably.
the head Hellion Kilvanian.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Kilvanian. Sorry.
Hmm.
Um, I guess we'll get like a brief description so we'll all know it's like a bone demon, right?
Yeah, I'll use the same words.
Could I use my religion roll on what a bone demon is?
This will. No way it'd be a religion check.
Oh yeah, because religion fights demons, right?
Not really
enemy
in that
number
way. You could. See, what would this be?
History?
Yeah, so it could be nature, it could be history, or just general intelligence. You can do one of those three.
That's all -1 except from religion, I think. Yep. I will roll anyway and just see if I get lucky. Survival, maybe? Surviving against demons? That is a 16 on what a bone demon is.
Did you use?
History. We'll do history.
No, did you use your
I did not use any.
divine inspiration? Okay.
I did not use a guidance. So I forgot.
Yeah, so you would have. I mean, from its description, yes, you would have guessed it's a bone devil. I'm just posting a picture of it in
Mm.
chat.
Could you please
Resources?
write all the names you said today because I'm a bit struggling, like the Beaumonts of something,
Yes.
the name of the demon.
Terrifying. What the fuck?
Yep.
It was terrifying.
Ooh.
I
You were
also.
up close with that? Oh my god.
Yeah, I also just need to quickly save this so I can show it in chat a second as well.
Kilbanian.
Copy.
I think if we want to take that down, we need to group up with the immovable grandstand.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing that on my own. Not paid enough. We're not paid.
There is no way we can do that solo. It has to be with the immovable grandstand and maybe a little bit of a riot if we can get one going.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm good at that. I can do that.
Yeah, so that
Okay.
is Lord Kilvanian, known as the Hellion, as was mentioned. I will do the other names in the break. So, Leah and Ren, you can either roll again to see who goes next, or keep the same rolls.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Suffer first.
Ren, it is you. You have been kind of shoved to go with the other bits of the work detail, and you are led a bit deeper through the castle, in fact, out into what was once probably some really nice gardens at some point that go all the way up to the cliff edge up here. You've been kind of singled out from some of the others, along with some of the stronger looking people. Are you still in your armor at this point, by the way?
We never said we removed it, so yes, I am still the shiny man you all know and love.
There are comments constantly being thrown at you by the various demons. My 6 eyes in your shield and plate. Voices and characters are not my strong suit, guys.
No, it's
Oh,
good.
you're doing great.
It was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
so
yeah.
silly.
But yeah, that's from this like whole creature that has 6 eyes dotted around its face in lots like random places. But you look strong, so you've been dragged off to one side of the garden, and you're pointed at what looks to be a kind of like small mausoleum, like stone building, lots of a few different stone, like granite pillars, and some really nice granite tiles on the roof. It's very clearly, because you're as a religious person, you've seen mausoleums before. I don't know how to describe a mausoleum other than it's a mausoleum, but it's a mausoleum. And you have been ordered, move this to the other side of the gardens. And you essentially are being given just chunks of stone that are being ripped off this mausoleum, handed to you. And these are heavy, so we will be rolling strength checks for this. And you are basically following a bit like an ant line of people carrying super heavy rocks just to the other side, where it's just being rebuilt on the other side. It feels like completely ridiculous, pointless work, but all the time these various demons are watching you move from one side to the other. Every now and then someone might stumble and almost drop their stone, and you see all the demons tense, ready to pounce, but often they manage to catch it.
It's
Carry
like
on.
that.
Yes. So you are handed this really, it's maybe about 3 or 4, maybe about 3 foot square block, but this is heavy. It is pure stone. So we're going to need you to roll a strength check on this.
Okay. I have a bad feeling that there's a reason why you keep asking me about my guidance roll. I'm guessing it's because I said a long time ago I glow like a sparkler, which will then cause something. So I'm gathering that Ren would have caught on by now that he probably shouldn't be asking Sune to do demon work anyway. So I will just do this myself.
Okay.
Okay, so just strength, yeah?
Yep.
Not athletics?
I
Strong
feel
man
like strength
competitions?
is better. You're not like running or anything. But if you wish to do athletics, I'm not going to be too picky.
I mean that's great anyway. We don't need to add my athletics. So that's a 22.
Excellent. You are given this by this demon that just reaches over and picks it up one-handed by itself. This huge, again, this like kind of, how do I describe this demon? Have you ever played Left 4 Dead? Like this, like the tanks.
You heard about the big
Yeah.
tanks here, the charging guns.
It's like two huge arms on its front and a really small body behind it. But it is put down and it's given to you. But with your strength, you're able to carry it. It's heavy even for you, but you're able to move at a half decent speed, in fact overtaking one of the other workers as you go. And you are then tasked with putting it in the right place, being directed by other demons, all of which you're being watched very, very carefully. This goes on for a good hour to start with. You're being ferried this back and forth. And at one point, you hear a cry from behind you. And if you turn around, somebody has dropped their stone, and it has pinned their foot to the ground. Immediately, some of the demons just run forward, cackling and screaming, and they surround this person instantly.
Can I run over?
You can, if you... this will be drawing attention to yourself.
I can't watch someone die. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. No way to style this out. I run over.
Okay, you run over, and if you want to get to him, like they were waiting, they were ready, they've already surrounded him. You need to try and get through again, a couple of these hulking demons, a couple of like weird bat ones with pitchforks have landed. A whole like browny taupe skin have landed, are surrounding this fella, and they're all focused on him at the moment.
I could also use this moment to have a look at stuff.
All attention is on this person.
I so want to metagame be like, everything's alright in his head, but I won't.
No,
I'm gonna
yeah.
use this opportunity to try and sneak somewhere that I shouldn't be. Oh, that killed me.
So,
Come on, character development. Choose. Rollies. Above 10, you're nice. Under 10, you're selfish.
I mean, you've made your choice. If you want to stick with it.
Can I use this opportunity to sneak into somewhere where I shouldn't be?
Yes.
Huh?
How many demons?
6 or 7.
How
Big.
big are they?
You're the shortest person there.
Oh. How close am I?
I'm gonna say you were about 20 feet away. So before you make your decision if you're going to run over or not, I'm gonna say that
So
many of the other workers have scattered away from this area. So if you wish to run away and hide or go somewhere else, this is a good time.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, so I'm going to go and sneak somewhere, but I'm going to do one thing before I go. Okay? Just going to give this guy an inch of a chance here. I'm going to channel divinity. I'm going to channel divinity, so anyone within 30 feet of me has to make a wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they are scared and they get turned for a minute. And they move as far away as they can, and they cannot do any actions towards me for the minute. So my spell
Unknown
save...
divinity in hell.
My spell save is 14.
Right.
Okay, let me just quickly.
And then I'm going to run.
What
So I
save
can
is it?
part of the... It's wisdom.
I'm rolling 8 dice because I said there were 8 demons. I think
Even
I
if
said
it just
6 or
creates
7.
more chaos.
Fuck it, there's 8 now. I have HD20 with me apparently, so.
Okay.
Fail. Fail. Pass. 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 That was 2 nat 1s, and then everyone else failed. Oh, was succeeded, sorry.
I'm then going to go and sneak somewhere, because it's not a big thingy.
So, how do you channel your divinity? I can't remember if you've done this properly before.
I have not done this one before because we haven't had an opportunity to use it, but plus it would kind of ruin a big character reveal for Ren later on. So I haven't wanted to use it. So I guess I will just clutch onto my amulet, and I will... See, no, I want to say something epic, but at the same time I'm trying to hide after this. So I'm just going to scream into the thing like other workers are probably screaming right now.
Yes.
It'll probably be a little bit more pronounced. And then I'm going to try and dart away like all the other workers have as well. Okay?
Yeah, so you know, there is screaming and running away as these demons pounce forward. The guy is also shouting both in pain and fear as he's suddenly surrounded. But your voice echoes across, and 2 of the demons, 2 of the like pitchfork wielding bat-winged ones, clutch their ears and just open their eyes wide with fear, and they are going to turn and run in the other direction for a minute.
Unless they take damage.
Does it say they cannot move into areas of danger?
Ooh, let me have a quick look for you. The turn creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It can't also take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge. So they won't just... If they know something bad's there, they won't run into it. But if they...
Okay, it does say that. Okay. So it doesn't matter. These guys, they scream. That's kind of their horrible high pitched scream hurts even your ears, and they take off their wing. They flap their wings and just zoom in the completely other direction to you guys. If it hadn't said that, I was going to have two other ones run off the cliff, but.
Oh. To have some Looney Tunes action, they think it's safe, and then they're just like.
But yeah, also I forgot I'd already said it was the ones who can fly, so they fly off. The others shake their head in strange confusion, but are able to throw off the agony. It's almost like their bloodlust has got going as they're staring down at this guy, and he's looking up at them, surrounded by these hulking demons, and one of them just reaches into like a belt that they're wearing and pulls out a ringed piece of metal. And it gives a horrible grin, and all the others start laughing as the guy is truly, please, no, I can still do it. I really can, I can. And you see through the space that was made by the two demons flying off, this demon opens up this circle as it's hinged, puts it around the neck of the person. The floor and the grass around their feet suddenly gets stained red, but not blood. I'd like to point out, I probably should have said that already. But it starts to glow red and then kind of collapse in, and like some flames shoot out and more chains rise from this red portal which has appeared below them, wrapped around them, and they have been dragged to hell. Very quickly, the ground rebuilds itself from below, and the colour fades away.
I'm going to watch the entirety of that. Steel myself and try and look for an opening that gets me into the castle.
Like I said, a lot of the other people are running away from this like anger and the angry and happy demons. And so you can kind of run in a direction towards the castle, because that's where other people are fleeing to. And you can make it through the doors. It's not going to be a stealth check or anything, because everyone's running. Like, it doesn't really need to be a stealth check at this point. But you run through the door that you were led through the first time. The demons that have guarded it were over by the man who's just been dragged to hell. And so you find yourself in a just half-destroyed kitchen. That's what you were led through in order to get to the back garden. A half-destroyed kitchen. It's you can imagine once it was fancy. The cracked tile floors, you can imagine, would have been very nicely polished back in the day. Yeah.
Is there like a door to like a pantry?
Yes.
If this was like one of the old-fashioned kitchens, there would be a pantry, right? I will go and hide in the pantry so that when everyone gets taken back, I'll have a bit more free reign. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So I'll go in there. Yeah, go on.
No, go on. You were describing it. It's wonderful.
Oh yeah, so I'll like as soon as I see like the whole crowd of people trying to run back to probably home, because that's the only place they ever feel safe. I'm gonna see the pantry. I'm gonna dart over, get in as quickly as I can. So I'm gonna swing the door open, make sure I'm not just going to jump into a demon, and then I'll close the door, and then I'm going to contact my friends. I'm like, this place is so fucked. This place is so fucked. Oh my goodness. Oh, I just watched someone get dragged to hell. What are we doing here?
Again, it would depend on what I'm doing, but I think I'll say something like, "Are you hurt?"
My pride is hit. I swore to stop this kind of thing, and I watched it happen.
You're working towards this goal. Keep your faith. Courage.
I managed to hide in the pantry of the kitchen. I'm going to wait until it dies down, and I'm going to go into the castle further. I'm going to make his sacrifice mean something. We are getting something today. We must.
The summarize I give to Eri is so much less than that. It's just like Ryan is safe, he's in a pantry, and we'll continue the investigation.
Okay, what's he doing in a pantry?
It's a long story.
He's always hungry.
Yeah.
It's completely inaccurate. He stays away from carbs and he watches what he eats. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
He just enjoys a glass of wine every once in a while, like yours truly.
Okay. When you ran into this, you managed to open the door, and it was a very, very dark pantry. With your vision, you were able to see there weren't any demons and stuff in there, but there were piles of like sacks of like potatoes, or like what may have once contained potatoes. In fact, you find a horrible, wizened, mouldy, sprouted potato lying on the floor as well. But there's a few mounds of those in this pantry, which you're able to. It's a really large like walk-in pantry, like you might find in a restaurant.
Is there any cans of food in here?
No,
Damn it.
there is just what looks like piles and piles of empty sacks.
Okay. I will. It's when it. Okay, I'll wait until it's gotten like quieter outside of the pantry, and then I'm going to try and plan a route to go to somewhere that we haven't been. So I don't want to go up to where Eri went because I know that's where the big demon is. I want to go to maybe like I feel like the king's bedroom or something like that would be like a more appropriate target, just because it would be smaller and that giant ass demon won't be able to fit in there. Is there any way I can make that happen?
Right now, we're going to stop it as you're hunkering down and trying to think. Because we're going to quickly jump across to Leanne. We're rewinding like a good hour at this point. And would people prefer to have a break right now? Or
Do you want to do yours first, or do you want to do yours first, then we have a break afterwards?
I'm fine.
As
with
you
that.
want, guys, I don't mind.
I mean,
Yeah, no, you go. You go.
yeah. So we'll do it with Leah. If people want to go and like, I don't. No. It's fine. We'll do Leah.
the,
And
hero
then we'll see.
thief, the hero thief's about to be in action, yo. We're gonna see some
Yeah.
dead
I'm
souls.
gonna say.
No respect.
Yeah, so you were told by this demon inside and to the right about an hour ago. So
To the left.
one
Oh,
of them.
left, yeah.
The other way to everyone else. I thought I said right.
It's left.
It was left. Okay.
I wrote-
You are walking up with the other flood of people. Again, you get to this big castle doors, and everyone else is going to the right. The other way to where you have been told to go.
Ah, okay, I'm really alone then. I still don't see my left comrades.
So you would have been able to see Ren walking up because you would be walking up at roughly the same time. You would have seen Eritrea get pushed very quickly up past you all. But then she disappears up the stairs with these hulking brutes on the main central staircase. And Ren has dropped off to the work detail area. And you've been told to go the other way. Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you wander off down the corridor that you were pointed down towards, and this corridor is different because it's not infested by demons in every corner staring down and watching and patrolling. In fact, you turn a corner and follow this corridor down some more, and there's not a demon in sight. This bit seems to be unpatrolled. Unpatrolled. You are in a long, a straight corridor with like a row of broken windows off to your left, and a few half broken down doors to your right, and a big set of quite fancy looking doors which are partially open at the far end of the corridor. So I'm going to say there's 3 doors to your right and 1 door at the far end.
The broken one on my right, is there anything inside?
You'll take the first one. This appears to be the ruins of a library. There's really nice, like, old wooden bookshelves. There's scrappy, ripped apart chairs, and the bookshelves are completely bare. From what you can see as you poke your head in, it's a relatively large room, so you can't see the whole thing right now. There's 2 or 3 rows of books or bookshelves. But from the immediate ones around you, there's the classic like cobwebs in the corners and maybe a few loose sheets of blank paper lying around. But it looks completely empty of books from what you can see from the door.
Can I roll something just in case there is a book somewhere?
If you want to go in and have a look around, that will be investigation.
Net 20 plus 4. Give me something.
Yeah, boy.
Sure, nat 20.
That's all.
That's full.
That's all.
Nat 20, it doesn't matter. You...
What's the matter?
Just to me.
Sorry, nat 20 plus 4. There you go.
Thank you.
You skulk your way around the bookshelves, and it's pretty dark in here. Clearly nobody uses this room. There's not like a fire, and the windows are pretty smudged and dirty. But you can get a little bit of light. You can see with your special vision. And actually you can't see anything on the shelves, but you can hear just the regular like shifting of paper, as if there's a piece of paper like being disturbed by a breeze. You know, that kind of like swishing sound as it makes. You can hear that, and it's coming from the top of one of the bookcases it's too tall for you to reach even on tiptoe. So you're going to have to climb. Fuck, it doesn't matter, you've got spider climb.
I do.
I was
I
about
walk
to say
like
you have to
this
make...
on the side.
You walk up the side of a bookcase.
Hands in pockets.
This is also weird for you. This is the first time you climbed like this. And it's the first time where you're not pretending to not be able to do it as well.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about how... Oh, this is what it's like to be a vampire.
You know, like when you're on your chair and you just balance yourself like you're about to fall, but you trust yourself enough because you're a cool kid. It feels like this.
I love that description. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I know exactly how that feels.
Yeah.
Overconfidence
feeling.
until the moment of falling.
I have scars from that feeling.
Yeah.
You make your way to the top really easily, not having to do a check that I can give you. And you find there is a loose piece of paper. It's in a corner of one of the bookshelves, and there is a slight breeze coming through a crack in one of the windows. And it is just what looks like just a... I can't describe it. It's a spell scroll you have found.
Okay. What do I read? Do you know?
Yes. It is Speak with the Dead.
Yes! I love this spell! I'm so happy, thank you. Cool, okay. Is it a 3-question thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I don't stay too long. I'm just like, and continue to have a peek in the second door. Sorry, I really want to see what's behind.
This door looks like an old and ratty storeroom. There's what looks like some towels and maybe some blankets, but they're old, they're dusty, they're yellowed with age, they're slightly mildewy. They're clearly not well kept, but it also doesn't look like anybody's been down here in this room for a very, very long time.
Can I roll just in case?
You can roll a Are you looking for something in particular? In which case, investigation, or general, in which
Yeah.
case it's perception.
It was always investigation. If it's the same +4, I think. 19 because They say find things, so it's my investigation.
You find, tucked away at the back in what looks like a leather satchel. You're not sure why it's in a leather satchel, but it is. A relatively fancy, but again quite old, a little bit moth-bitten. Silk dressing gown.
What's the color?
Ooh, what colour would you like it to be?
Black.
What?
Has to be black. It has to be black.
Okay, yes, it's black.
It has to be.
It's,
This is Leo we're talking about.
You have found yourself a silk black, slightly grubby, and again a few holes in places. Silk dressing gown.
Love it. I'll take it.
I don't know what you just found, but I can fix that.
The third door, I guess you're going to look in.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the door
Shall we?
doesn't open. It's jammed, as if something's leaning against it from the other side.
Mm.
You're just
Can
going to
I-
roll another nat 20. I have to give you something else.
Well, it's intriguing though. I'm sure there's nothing behind it, like you hadn't planned, but I kind of want to do it now because I'm curious.
Sure, so
Like
what do
if
you
I
want to try
take
and
one of the, I take one of probably a broken piece of wood or something to try to open it like
do?
that.
Strength check.
Intelligence.
Strength check. I will say you're using a good bit of leverage, so the DC has gone down 1.
16.
Fuck.
17 minus 1.
Yeah, okay. You stick the piece of wood in, and you with the leverage, you have to make fulcrum, crack open the door, and yeah, you see what was behind this door.
Mm.
An old, partially collapsed, like some of the roof has collapsed in. I've said it now. Fuck. Bathroom. Again, super dusty. There's some of the like weird black ivy growing up some of the walls. But yeah, there is what would have been a nice corner marble bath, a broken sink, and a big hole in the floor that would have been the toilet.
Can I cut some black ivy and take it with me?
You can take some black ivy, yes.
Amazing. I have a project in mind. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say it because I did technically say. I feel like it would be rude of me not to. I said that some of the ceiling had fallen in.
Yeah.
Which had partially blocked the door, which means there is technically a hole up to the first floor above you.
I thought I was just under the rooftop.
No, you're on the ground floor, and since
Oh.
part of the ceiling had fallen in, there is technically a hole up to the first floor that I
You
did
don't
not
have
mean
do
to
a
be
blind
there.
check. So you can just walk up to the first floor now.
Yeah, I'm very
don't-
curious to what was waiting for me as a dead soul. Can I stealthily listen or look to see what's behind the fancy door?
Yeah, you can kind of listen in and have a very quick poke your head around, and you see this would have been like the ground floor sitting room in this castle. At the far end is it's about 30 foot tall, this room, and about 20 foot of it and about 20 foot wide is this huge green demon that is sitting there facing into the room. Its head is huge and mottled green with horns, giant mouth, 2 mouths, one on its mouth and one on its giant rotund stomach. It's got tiny legs jutting out to either side, but long enough arms to reach down and just pick up a handful of unidentifiable meat and stuff it into its face. And you hear its deep voice, it's talking to some smaller but quite similarly rotund and slightly rotting demons. And you hear it say something, and then the whole room kind of erupts in laughter. It's like,
Okay, I just say to myself, nope, and go back to the bathroom and go to the first floor. I'm
Wise
so
choice.
sorry, like.
okay, we're going to take a break now because I need the toilet
Yeah.
and to work out what the fuck is going to happen for something that wasn't meant to be here. So we're going to take a 15-minute break and come back soon. We are back. I realised I could have stopped the recording rather than having a 15-minute recording of just nothing. But hey. Indeed, we are back. So, what has just happened? I'll do a very quick recap. Eritrea was caught as being somebody of interest. Somehow managed to convince them that she wasn't interesting, and was then shoved back downstairs. But there is still a demon who thinks that she is, and that might come up. We had Ren, who was put to some hard physical labour. Watched somebody fail the labour. That person get dragged to hell, and then went to go and hide in a cupboard with some potatoes. And then we had Leah, who was pointed in a different direction as being a dead soul. And with some very good checks, found a scroll of Speak to Dead, a black silk kimono, and a hole to the upstairs. None of which were meant to be there. We're going to be continuing on with Leah. You were
Okay.
standing in the bathroom.
Yeah, and I think it's at this moment that I received a message of Ren panicking in the pantry and saying, "Oh my God, it's so fucked up. We need to do our best. We need to find answers," like giving his speech of hope and motivation. And Leah is just like, and go back to the big room and probably open without any discretion and just enter the room in a flamboyant way.
Okay, sure. You open it and all eyes turn to look at you, which is somehow an odd number of eyes. The main one that catches you is again this huge bloated green figure leaning on the far wall. It takes up the entirety of that side of the room. They've got dark brown lips with horrible like ooze dripping down, and as I said, the huge belly has got another mouth in it, which is also churning, and the smell is quite horrendous. But you hear, a new visitor. Come. Are you friend or food?
Friend?
Friends can be food for later. Come closer. Introduce yourself.
I step forward. My name is Leah. I was sent here to join other people without a soul or a tiny bit dead.
A
Don't
dead
think I would
soul.
be. I wouldn't recommend you to eat me. I'm kind of dead. Don't think it's a good idea.
You smell disgusting. And that's
Thank you.
coming from me. So, why are you here? Who are you? Come, tell us your tale. Join in the feast. And he will gesture to this piles of just half rotten meat at one of his stubby feet.
Is there somewhere I can sit?
The floor is good enough for us all.
Okay. I'll grab some of the disgusting meats, sit on the floor, and ask, "Would you mind going first?"
Ask away your questions then.
What is your name? Who are you? What are you?
What am I? I am Gotoresk.
Mhm.
Gotoresk. G-O-T.
Yeah, I heard it the first time.
O-R-E-S-Q-U-E. If anybody wishes me to spell it.
No, it's okay. I speak French. Okay, go to Resk. What's your story?
Same as all here. I heard there was entertainment, but it's getting so dull around here. Wouldn't you say, Dead Soul?
I like this nickname. Depends. When did you arrive? 50 years ago? Are you coming from the other realm?
Are you saying you're not from the other realm, Dead Soul? Are you not from home?
Insight check to know what I should answer.
Yes, okay, insight check him.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 17.
17. He seems suspicious. Because you're very obviously not a demon, but he also doesn't possibly seem that smart. So it's just like, if you're not one of us, how have you got a dead soul? And are you therefore not a friend and therefore food?
Okay. I'm a bit from everywhere, but yeah, we are the same, from the same realm.
Hmm. He takes a lump of food and stuffs it into his belly mouth, and it starts chewing and chomping. It is boring, don't you think, here?
Yeah, it's repetitive.
I was told it would be better.
By
Apparently,
who?
it was when this place was new and uninfested with the bloody kind.
The bloody kind?
Our kin who feast more on blood and despair than taste what there is to taste, like I am here for.
Okay. Um, so are you seeking for some change, as you are quite bored here? Or to leave? Can you leave?
Of course I can leave. It take me a while to stand up, but once I am, oh, I can't be stopped.
I'm sure.
Honestly, many are considering leaving at this point. It's
Oh.
so dull. The humans are broken. If we kill what is left, then there's truly nothing here.
Okay. So you have no intention to kill the humans, and
Oh, I
you are.
didn't say that.
Oh,
If we're leaving, we take them with us.
I mean, you just said it yourself. They're quite boring. Just leave them there.
They're boring
And
here. Either drag them back with us, or a final feast before to celebrate our leaving.
how about enjoying leaving them there, knowing they're going to die of boredom? This is fun, no?
No.
Oh.
To leave them, what, to just live here?
No, to kill each other because they're so bored and desperate.
You sound like the bloody kind. Ah, killing is so boring without the feast.
Tell me more about the bloody kind.
Mm. Those ingrates and boring. They only care of pain and torture and torment. They did well invading this realm when invited. By whatever. What was his name? The devil who opened the door. I can't remember. Too boring to remember, I suppose. But they did well to invade, and even after a few years, the intoxicating smell brought me here. Me and my kin. He gestures down to the smaller green demons surrounding him. But the taste is repetitive and bland, and I feel I shall be departing to seek new favours and flavours elsewhere.
I agree. But Greg, I want to make sure I understand everything. When he says the blood kind, it's the devils, right?
Yes, so
Um,
you were. This was described as a load of demons and devils and fiends who originally came in and were drawn by the slaughter of people.
Yep. Yeah,
He
yeah, because
seems to have
there's so
said that once
much.
that was done and they'd set up here, um, other types of demons were being drawn here. So for him,
Yeah.
he came for the new types of food that he could eat, mainly being
So
people.
he's a demon then. He's
Yes,
just not here for the same reasons.
yes.
Okay.
He was talking about being drawn here by, for him, the smell of new feasts.
Okay.
But
Do you know?
sorry, go on.
Wait. No, go on.
But he said that now he's been here like 40 years. The feasts have gotten boring, so he's considering leaving.
Mm. Okay. Fine.
He also
That's
mentioned that the devil who started this, he couldn't remember the name, but he was who invited all the other demons in.
yeah. I was going to go back on the OG story. Do you know exactly what happened when the portal opened? And are you working for someone? Like, who did that? Like, I know apparently open because of the amount of violence they were attracted, but who was the leader?
You all must be a new spawn.
I am.
They don't make them like they used to.
Sorry.
The demons, the bloody kind, were ready for the invasion, planned by the general who had led them. And he did well, but not well enough. He fell at the initial invasion. Killed
How
by his
come?
own plan. I don't know.
Oh.
Must have been not as smart as he thought he was. And then the other demons split up the country between themselves. The Hellion rules this castle.
Mm.
I am an honoured guest.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, the bloody kind came for the slaughter. We came for the feast. Who knows what other people or other demons were drawn here?
Why the Hellion is the Hellion? Like, why is everyone respecting him? Is he kind of a prince or a king? Or...
He must have been a ranking devil amongst the armies of the
Mm-hmm.
Abyss. And from what I hear, he did a rather wonderful bit of deception on some of the guards around here, granting access to the city with minimal loss of life who could be used later. I mean, why kill initial slaughter when you can draw out their pain over decades?
Is he also bored like you?
I don't know. He's busy, I guess he has to rule this place. And provided he gets his fill of pain, probably enough, but I may suspect so, unless, well, anything changes, I suppose, if anything interesting happens around here. If not, I guess scorched earth and leave.
Hmm. Okay.
So what brought
Well,
you through then? What sense brought you through Deadhole? Dead hole, dead soul.
Oh, sounds like an insult. Dead hole.
What
Sorry.
scent? Well, I'm quite disappointed. I guess it was the scent of adventure and fresh flesh, and I'm finding the opposite here. So I don't know if I'll stay.
Return back home.
Mm.
Fair.
But anyway, thank you for this conversation. It was delightful.
Hmm.
I'll
Pleasant enough, but perhaps it's brought the need to leave a step closer.
That's a good idea. I'll see you around. Go to risk.
Gotorisk.
Yep,
Well
Yeah,
remembered.
I got it. Yeah.
Remember the name.
Yeah. It's in my notebook.
Head off. He will lean down, not looking, and will accidentally pick up one of his smaller green demon friends, but still stuff it into his mouth hole and it chewed up.
I'll try it. And I'll go out.
Okay, yeah.
I think I'll just say in Aries' mind, if she's not already busy with the chief, saying that everyone seems, all the people in power here seems bored and ready to leave. Unfortunately, they would like to take the humans with them. So that's not good. But if you can learn anything about the boredom of the Kelvanian, it will be good.
Good to know. Thank you.
I'd say something similar to Ren, describing what just happened.
My reaction would be like, they're bored? Really? Wow. But they have to kill everyone on the way out? Great. Well, we can't let that happen either. But there's a plan Z, I suppose, if we die.
So I guess we'll head back to Eritrea at this point. You were thrown out onto the steps at the front, but you weren't really given any other direction. So you have a bit of freedom here.
So, whereabouts am I?
You're-
In the center of the castle?
Yeah, you're in that big main entrance hall I described, with the doors to the outside in front of you, the staircase heading up behind you. To the right is the way that Leah went, and to the left is the way that all of the other work detailed humans had gone. You can hear their shuffling, and every now and then, like the crack of a whip and a barked demon order. No, not the other way around, because she's facing the other way.
Thank you.
Aha!
Preloaded on that one.
Yeah, because as I was thinking about it, I realised, oh wait, I have this excuse.
So I think, like at this point, Eritrea is kind of pacing a bit, like thinking about like everything that's just happened. They're getting quite annoyed, and then like kind of like psyching themselves up and be like, "Why am I doing this? Like normally I'm totally fine. I'm normally like I talk too much, and now I'm not talking at all, and I'm acting scared. That's not like me. What am I doing? I could have spoken to that guy. I just like hyping myself up like in my head." And then I literally, without even thinking, just turn and just like storm back towards where I came from, towards the door with the demoners.
Wait, you're heading back to what? Because you're on the ground floor. You're trying to head back up the stairs.
Yeah.
So there are these two hulking demons there who are looking down at you and just step in the way, just be like, "Where you going?"
Unfinished business upstairs. There's a bit of confusion. Where's the demon with the long creepy nails? Lovely lady, beautiful. She'll vouch for me.
Do you want to try and go upstairs? Make a persuasion check.
Okay. That's 14 plus 10.
Yeah, that did roll. Yeah.
Ooh, the sass!
Hurry up, I've got all day.
What do we do with this one? I don't know. They went up before, but then came down. Can they go up again?
I think that's how stairs work.
No. The Lord will know. The Lord will know. And this huge demon is going to reach out and grab you by the leg, and you are
You
going
guys
to
are touching me.
you're going to be pulled upstairs, like dragged behind this hunking demon. Up the stairs. Every now and then, like, you need to try and stop your head bouncing on the stairs as you go up.
Hey, I'm special. Remember that.
I'm but you're dragged up, and once again you are dragged behind this demon to this ballroom with Kilvanian at the far end and Mask. Mask is there, but as you turn around, you see the demon in multiple pieces spread across bits of the floor, as this hulking demon drags you closer. Let's be like, "Oh, Kilvanian, you have a visitor." He appears to have forgotten what he brought you up here for. But he pushes you forward before the Lord and then turns and lopes his way out. A bit like a gorilla walking out. And I can't remember what Kilvanian's voice was, so...
Creepy.
Gruff. Creepy.
So... Who are you, then?
I have a question.
Who are you, then?
I'm Eritrea. We met like 10 minutes ago? 20 minutes ago? Something like that.
The present Mask brought me.
Yeah.
I didn't like her. I didn't like you. So she punished. So who are you? Why are you back?
Well, as your lovely demon friend said, I'm special. And you know what?
You
I
said
convinced
you
you I
weren't
wasn't.
special.
No, no. I did say that, but I'm wrong. I am pretty special.
So, you are a good gift to me.
Yeah.
It'll snake forward his like head, like swaying back and forth, like elongated face with huge, like horse-like nostrils. Sniff at you. So, why should I keep you around and not give you the same treatment as Maske?
Well, you see, I didn't like them very much, which is why I pretended not to be special. I was kind of hoping you'd, punish them.
Your attitude is unbecoming of one of my stature. You
Yeah.
should improve it.
Okay. Yeah, I realise you're pretty special. I just think, I could be useful to you.
Other
Oh,
than a pin cushion.
I think I could be more useful than that.
Go on then. Impress me.
What can you see from me? Can you see my soul?
It's bright.
Mm-hmm.
Intense to look at.
Right. So, I mean,
And
think
how
I'd be-
does that make you useful?
well, number one, nobody can read my soul. I mean, that's a perk. Don't you think?
How?
So, I'm useful in I'm good at getting what I want. So I could help you get what you want, whenever you want.
And what do you think I can't already get?
mean, I know you can do it, but I mean, you're so much greater than everyone else. Surely that should be other people's jobs and not your own.
So you wish to serve me, then?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand what the consequence of failure is going to be?
Yeah, but I'm not going to fail.
What is the consequence of failure, then? Say it.
Death.
A horrible, like, teeth-filled grin spreads. It's like, no, not death. That would be a pleasantry. I shall put one of these on you. He reaches behind him and just pulls out another one of these iron collars. Have you seen these before, then?
In some kinky places, but not here.
This will send you to my own domain of hell.
What's it like there?
Oh, delightful for me. It's called hell for a reason by your kind. Endless and infinite torture. Forever. You will not die, no matter how much you beg for it. That is what awaits you if you fail at any point.
Okay. Noted.
You do not appear scared.
I like fire.
Oh, and I'm sure fire would like you.
I'm sure it does.
But you generally do not feel fear it at all.
No. Have you seen my soul?
It's bright.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I will crack it open and see what's inside.
If you dare.
Perhaps I do. I warn you not to push it, or that is exactly what will happen.
Noted. I am not here to do that. But I couldn't help but notice how everybody here, including yourself, seems incredibly bored.
Indeed.
Maybe we can remedy that.
Are you willing to volunteer?
Well, I know I'm interesting, but we're talking more of a long-term solution.
Impress me again, then.
Well, what is it that entertains you?
Torment? Betrayal is particularly delicious. And pain is a cheap food but filling.
And why do you think you're not getting that here anymore?
This feels like a therapy session.
How does that make you feel?
The people are docile and broken. Fresh meat is required.
Unless you give them fire again.
You wish for me to burn them?
No, I wish for you to give them hope.
Why?
Light the flames with them in them again, and yet you have a perfect place once again to torture and to enjoy once again. You create a spark.
So
Thus
you
the
wish for
boredom
me to treat
dies.
these people nicely?
No, not at all.
Nicely.
I wish you to give them hope. Hope of escape,
Hope of escape?
which you will then crush.
To where? There's nowhere on this island that we are not covered.
Exactly. So it's hope of escape, not giving them escape. It's giving them hope.
And what hope do you think? Go on then.
It's like torture. Think of it that way, right? They've been beaten down so far that they don't have a spark of hope left within them. They have no hope. They just do whatever you say, and everything's boring. what you're doing essentially is torturing them more by giving them hope and taking it away from them. I mean, you could do this infinitely, and thus having fun for the rest of time.
An intriguing proposition, I'll admit. And you would be willing to do this to your compatriots in return for what? I doubt you're doing it just in the goodness of your incandescent soul.
I'd like to know more about my soul, and I feel like you know people that would be able to tell me about it.
An intriguing proposition indeed, then. Quid pro quo. So, what hope should I give them then?
What I'm thinking, you place somebody to rile them up, give them hope of escape, plan it with them, to execute the plan, but obviously you guys will already know the plan and you will be waiting.
But there
I'm
have been
almost leaving the
runaways
lambs
before.
to slaughter. Yeah, you just kill them. That's boring, right?
Indeed, we make a display of it.
And you don't want to lose more people.
So
Torture.
they will need to know they are running to something for once.
Yeah.
What do you
you know-
suggest they are running towards?
Well, for them, it would be freedom, escape, which I can orchestrate.
You're just... It's not enough for the broken kettle. They will need to know something is waiting for them on the outside.
Like what?
This is your idea, not mine. Why have my voice changed? Go on then. What will they be running towards? What
A ship.
salvation? A ship.
Yes. A special ship.
A special ship.
Been brought here to grant them freedom. People have finally come to save them after all these years of being left here. Nobody came for them until now.
That is a more convincing story.
How does hope taste to you?
Oh, it's not the hope that I'm after. It's the delicious taste of when it's broken once again.
Crushed.
So how will they believe you? Again, like during this, he started pacing around you. I was like following his own tail because he's so long that it scrapes along the floor, and like his long talons just leave grooves even on the stone. How will you convince them that hope has once again arrived?
I'd like to mention that Eritrea is literally shitting herself, but is completely trying to keep composure.
I will very quick question: is that a figuratively, literally, or is she literally shitting herself?
Nope, not quite that bad, but yeah, she's terrified. She's terrified.
Yes.
But she's trying everything to keep composure and keep a calm facade, as if nothing bothers her. And you just asked how I would do it, right?
Yes. How will you convince them of just a ship? There's a fair number of them. Will a single ship hold them all?
Yes. It's a big ship, and it can come back a couple of times if it needs to. I can spin any story I like, really. You see, my soul, you asked what's special about me. I have a talent of igniting hope within people. It takes little parts of my soul, but it lights theirs. I can do that. I can spin lies and stories and plans. I can get other people on my side to do the same.
This is actually an intriguing plan, then. When would you do this?
I'd start as soon as possible, really.
When would you move to escape?
I'd say in a week's time. No, scrap that. As soon as
Not
possible. In maybe a day, two
a
or
day.
3 days.
Hmm.
I mean, obviously, we need to make sure that we spark as much hope as possible, so we don't want to do it too quickly. So I would say 2 to 3 days.
You think in 2 to 3 days you can spread word in the city to spread hope in this
Ah.
city?
Well, here's my condition. I would like to employ 2 people of my choice to help me.
Why? You said it's your skill. Is it
Yes,
their
but
skill?
I can pass it on to them, just how I do to the others. Obviously, I only have a few days to do this. I'm going to need as much help as possible. I can't be everywhere at once.
Why not just push the time back? Why should I make an offer to anybody else other than you?
Because only I can do this.
Then why are you employing 2 others?
Like I said, we want the biggest reaction as possible. Otherwise, what's the point in doing it? That's the whole point of the plan, right? To fuel your boredom.
Fine. But it will be on your head should it go
And-
wrong.
And, if this goes well, you'll help me find out about the unknown parts of my soul.
He doesn't know that. He doesn't have lips. Um, we have a deal then.
2 things I need. Number 1, I've named. I'd like 2 other people to help me. And the
Mhm.
second is unlimited access to go where I pleased.
Not unlimited. In fact, no, roll a persuasion check.
Please, dice. Not 20. So that's 30.
You and your compatriots may amble about post curfew. You are relieved of the necessary work detail for 3 days.
Understood.
But this castle's upper floors are still off limits to you.
Sorry, which floors?
Everything but the ground floor.
Okay.
My personal realm you may not enter.
Noted.
And
That's totally understandable.
one other thing. These 2 compatriots you will be bringing with you. My deal is with you, not with them. So when this deal is done, I will be handing them 2 collars of their own. So whichever 2 you pick, you are also sentencing them to an eternity in hell.
Inside Eritrea is just like, I hate my ego sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, what do I care?
I can taste that betrayal already. A very bony finger will be offered out to you as his head dips down low and stares deep into your head. A deal that cannot be undone.
For sure.
Do you take the finger? It's being reached out to you as if to shake your hand.
Hmm. Wait a minute. Okay, can I talk as a player for a second?
Yes. We'll break the stick for a sec.
Is there any way I can try and deceive them by shaking it with mage hand and not with my real hand?
Not really. I mean, they're literally reaching out to you, and they would notice if a third hand popped out of nowhere.
Could say it's the hand of my soul.
That that you're not certain that would technically get around. You would still be shaking their hand.
I guess I don't have a choice. I just have to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You reach out and you grasp the finger, and it's horribly cold to the touch. And as you shake it up and down, the little fragments of what look like flaked bone are left on your hand. Good luck, Eritrea. Because if it goes wrong, there will be no end to what your suffering shall entail.
I'll see you soon.
I didn't even know I could make that noise. You are, you're free to head out.
Question.
Tries not to run.
Whoa.
Is it a demon or a devil?
I think this is a bone devil.
Devil? I mean, she didn't
Yeah.
sign anything. It's not a real contract.
Yes.
Yeah.
You play BG3, you know they don't have to sign. The verbal confirmation is more than enough, and we shook on it, so it's even worse.
Hmm.
Guess we'll be fighting it later.
Well, we need to
Hopefully
kill
that
the
was-
source of the
that-
contract.
Yeah, that wasn't in the contract. It didn't say we couldn't kill him, so that bit's fine.
Oh my god, we're going to do the Raphael combat. It was so hard. It's going to be so... Oh, you're a paladin. Oh my god. It's going to be hard.
So, yeah, you make your way out. You have the option of going down the stairs or trying to sneak up to a different place. I know I'll leave it up to you, but I would also recognise you're shitting yourself still.
I think I'd find like a quiet corner and just like lean my head against a wall and just be like, well, what the did I just do?
You're standing in the hallway that kind of overlooks the grand staircase down.
But they'd have to be looking up to see, right?
Oh yeah, they're not looking up at you, but you can look down on them. But it's just like
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just kind of making sure no one's looking. And I'm just having a little bit of a freak out.
yeah. So do you want to do that freak out? Like, are you talking to yourself in any way?
Yes. What did I just do? I just go in there, I opened my big mouth, I came up with a great plan, and then I didn't think about the plan, and then the plan thought about me, and now I'm here. I don't know what to do, and this is stupid, and now I've put my friends in danger, and possibly other people in danger when I was trying to help them. What am I doing?
Her Wi-Fi is freaking out too.
No, I think that's Discord because everyone's doing that for me.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Surprisingly, quite a lot of your freak out got through.
Yeah, I
So
think we
that's
will
cool.
need to pause for a second. Okay, we're back. That was just a really annoying couple of seconds. Sorry, Tash, can you do that freak out again? Because like we missed like every other word.
Okay. So I had to go in there. I had a great plan. And then I open my mouth, like I always do, and I open my mouth and I get people in trouble. Never me, but I get other people in trouble with my stupid mouth, and I've done it again. And now what I'm going to do, probably put my friends in danger, and I put other people in danger, but it's going to be fine. We'll figure something out. It'll be fine. The plan will work. It'll be fine. We got this. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So at this point, you're standing on the top of the stairs. Leah is just leaving, having spoken to Gorotesk, and Ren is in a cupboard with some sacks.
I guess I'll leave the cupboard and go back to the center.
Okay. And Leah, you're kind of the one with the mind connection. So you're probably best to organize anything about getting back together.
Sure. I'm still intrigued by the first floor, but I need to check with them. What are you up to? Are we meeting soon? I'll send the same message to both. Ren first.
Yeah, I'm ready to meet.
Where? Where we come from?
I'm currently. This kitchen doesn't get much foot traffic in it.
Do you think you're able to describe me where it is?
You go the opposite ways where you went.
Okay. I'll do my best. Eri?
Yeah, I'll meet you guys there.
You okay?
Yeah.
Really worried. I join Ren.
You fucking idiot.
What?
No, it's fine. Yeah, I missed an opportunity to do something cool. Yeah, you.
We can rewind. We can always rewind.
Yeah, okay. Tash, one very quick thing. When you were speaking to him, and I just think because this will be interesting. You will be giving me your 2 friends, and I'll be giving them a collar of themselves to be dragged to hell. And just to make sure it will be the tastiest of feelings, you are not allowed to tell them of this part of the deal.
Your face. Love it! The drama!
Cute.
Okay, so if you still agreed, I guess that's not enough for you to change. Yeah.
Could still talk to them in my head and tell them without him knowing.
Yeah, like
No,
you're not allowed to tell them that you have promised them to be dragged to hell.
How's
So,
he gonna know?
Yeah, it's part of the contract. Like if you break it, it's ramifications on your soul, not on. It doesn't have to That's how they can sign a contract without having to keep an eye on them because they're just going to forever torment themselves.
Magic.
I mean, that's as a player. Like your characters don't know about contracts.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Eri wouldn't know
Yeah.
how much power he has. Like, you could be worried that he could read your mind or something.
So, are you guys all meeting in the pantry?
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way into the pantry.
Ren!
Leah, you're able to make your way through. Eritrea, you find yourself watched by demons on the way, but they don't interfere with you. And you guys can sneak into the cupboard just fine. No one tries to stop you.
So, what are we doing in the pantry? I don't know. Maybe it's not the most urgent question.
Well, I figured it would be the quietest spot.
Did you find something?
I found out what the collars do.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
collars send you down to hell. I watched it happen. It wasn't fun.
Ouch.
So we just got to stay away from the collars, so we'll be fine.
Yep. Eri?
Yeah.
Find anything interesting?
Oh, no. I had some conversations with the big guy.
That's huge.
He is
Yeah.
pretty big, yeah.
Yeah, but what did you say?
Oh, we chat about my soul, you know.
Your soul again. The bright
Yeah.
thing, right?
Does he
Yeah.
know what it is?
He's no, not really. He asked me to do some stuff for him, but that's it really. Yeah. I'm not gonna do it, obviously.
What did he ask you to do?
Just talk to some people, just devil stuff, you know.
And he took no as an answer.
Yeah, he sent me
Sorry.
back to work. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I really don't. It was a blur. I don't really know how I got out of there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Harry, what happened?
It was just scary.
What did you agree to do?
Nothing. Nothing.
I can't believe I'm about to do this, but can I just roll an insight check on?
Is this like I will say? Is this metagaming?
No, like obviously I could tell what Aries like. We've known each other for years, and also my character be like, just walked away from a devil, and it's completely fine. Like she's allowed to tell us the mission. She's not allowed to tell us the.
You don't know about that.
consequence.
Honestly, it's going to be up
I
to
don't know
Tash
about
to
that.
how she wants to play it. Because it's
Well, the insight was only going to tell me if she's lying or not. That's all. I don't have to act on it.
Eri, if you're okay with at least that, you're allowed to say no, because like that's how like character secrets can work.
Oh, we can try.
Short. So roll an insight check into Tash, and Tash, because we know
Could I
you're
help?
lying.
Could I help our deception, not knowing really what I'm doing, but because Ryan is being insistent by just being like, it's fine, like she doesn't want to speak right now, something like
I
that.
don't think so in this. Tash, can you roll a deception check versus Ren's insight?
Yeah. So 18 plus 5.
23. Ren?
8.
You very clearly in your gut, as you said, because you did this roll, you feel like something isn't right, but Eritrea's explanation that it was just a terrifying demon that they were shoved in front of does technically fit the bill.
Right. We
So,
should probably get out of the castle.
As a player
Shall we?
now, sorry, I just want to clarify.
Please do.
I can't. Is there anything I can tell them? Like, what is the, or is it literally I can't say anything?
It's literally only the fact you've offered both of them to be tortured in hell at the end of this. Everything else
So I can
is
say
fine.
the rest of the plan.
Yeah, he only said you cannot tell them that they're going to be tortured in hell forever.
So I could say that I made a deal to get everybody.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. All right then. Yeah, we should get out of here.
Yeah, I agree. Do we have to sneak out?
Eri, that's on you.
Oh no, we're fine. Yeah, we can leave.
Okay. Let's get away from the scary castle and we can talk where there's less scary demons.
Agreed. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. You kind of possibly gingerly make your way out of the pantry then. And
Yeah, I'll probably be looking around in amazement, like, what is going on?
You walk through the entrance hall, and the two big demons watch you walk through, but they don't make any moves to stop you as you move towards the gate or to the front doors. You walk past the demons on the gate who are still admitting some people into the word detail. You, as because of Eritrea's keen negotiating skills, are now technically free to walk around the city.
Only before curfew.
No, he told you you're free from curfew as well. This is
Because you were on
free
that
for the next 2 to 3 days.
Ah.
you are doing all our negotiations from now on. I don't know how you pulled this off, but
I don't. Well, yeah.
this is incredible. I'm very happy that you're the leader. I would not have been able to pull this off.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah, we need to get somewhere quiet and we can have a chat.
Okay.
Where?
Sorry, please
Yes.
go ahead. Please, well, wait, I'm moving too much.
Can we choose like a building, just one of the buildings to go into?
Yeah, kind of. How close to the castle do you want to be, or how far away do you want to be?
Over into the city, I think a little bit. Not too far, but just enough that we're got some
Sure.
distance.
You can head roughly in the direction maybe that you came from when you were led this morning, but you duck into a relatively complete looking side building. Perhaps you climb all the way to the top, so it's about 4 stories up, and have got a decent view of the city. And so the old spires, some of which have fallen away and crumbled to change the skyline. But you find some like dusty old boxes. Perhaps this was an attic years and years ago. And you can sit around and in relatively peace and quiet here.
So what's the plan now?
Oh, I tried to make a deal in the sense where I gave people a natural chance for us to help them escape.
Wait, did you promise your soul in exchange?
No. No, I promised to help do it. It's supposed to be a big trap, a way to give them hope. They're all bored here, like you told me they were bored, and I thought, oh, this is a way, give them hope and then give them something not to be bored about. I just played on that. I don't know if I made the right decision. I don't know if I've just made things worse.
So, as in hope, and then are you trying to feed them like false hope so that the
Yeah, hope of
townspeople?
escape, but it also allows us a chance to create a way for them to escape if we can trick them. But this is now the point where I I don't know.
Oh, we could work with this. We can be deceitful. I've been
Yeah.
learning this from Leo. So, so I'm guessing you pointed out a direction or something for them to run out, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I tell them the plan. Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to lead them here. They're going to think they're escaping, and then the plan is they swoop in and death and destruction. Well, not death, but torture and destruction. But I'm hoping we can do it in a way like we deceive them, and we divert them, and they do escape. Like that was the plan in my mind. But now I'm starting to think that this was just a terrible idea. I don't know why
this is not a terrible idea. I think we can work with this. If we tell the demons a fake location and get them to get the actual townspeople to the real location of, trying to get out of here.
If this doesn't work, and all of these people are tortured and suffer, this is on me. Like, I may as well have just offered him my soul. Like, I don't know if I can deal with this.
No, Eri,
Well,
they are on the bridge of living and killing or bringing those humans with them anyway. It's not your fault. Don't worry. I think it's a good plan. We trust you. It's going to be fine. We are going to lead those people to where we come from, to our ship, I guess, and tear enough space. I don't know, but we'll find a solution.
Have you seen this guy? Have you seen how big he is? How terrifying he is?
I did not.
This is a bad idea. I should just go back, offer him my soul, distract him. You guys can get everyone out. I don't know. This is
no, that's not going to work. But we have ideas. We have the space to run around and do whatever we need to do. We can go find the immovable grandstand and come up with a plan to actually take down that Lord Hellion, while also creating this fake plan that we've got cooking. so that you don't break your deal with the devil.
What if you guys are hurt because of my plan?
You'll heal
And
us.
yeah, we're adventurers. We get hurt all the time.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being hurt and being killed or tortured or worse.
No one's talking about torturing. Like, we may have to get rid of the source of this contract thing.
But just think of it this way: as soon as he realizes that you helped me deceive him, you're screwed. Who knows what could happen to you? And that would be my fault. You
I
guys
mean,
should
if he was
leave.
gonna
You
kill-
guys should leave and just let me finish the rest of the mission. I do by myself.
No, that's not happening. If
No.
anyone was going to go for you, we would be there anyway. So that doesn't matter whatsoever. When one of us is in trouble, all of us are in trouble because we all try to save each other. It's the whole thing that we've built this whole thing around, that we care about each other. So you've created us a window which we didn't have before. You did amazing.
I just feel like I've given us more boundaries, more
Not at all.
more
You
trouble.
created a structure. Like, we had nothing. We were desperate. You came up with a good idea. It's not like you promised them your firstborn or something. It's fine. You just offer to help,
You didn't offer your firstborn, did you?
right?
No,
Right.
no.
And think of it this way: they just gave absolute free reign to the hero thief of Radis.
Look, I get it.
The
It's not
whole
without its
city.
perks, but if this goes wrong, it'll be catastrophic, and it will be all on me, and I will not be able to live with myself.
If we don't do anything, it will be catastrophic. It is better than the first option.
Okay.
You're
They are
telling us we
demons
have
and
a
devils. It is never going to be perfect. It's always going to be weird and disgusting.
and you told us we literally have a chance to save these people. Literally, after what I saw today, that's all I can think about. So thank you.
Even if it costs us our lives, like
I mean, we're adventurers. It kind of comes with the territory at this point.
I'm kind of immortal, it's fine.
Hey, I suppose so. Yeah, the whole undead thing. Yeah, that's cute.
you know,
yeah,
guys.
great.
I mean, you saw today, Ren. There are worse things than death here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
really,
well-
being immortal is not a plus side to that.
Yeah,
Fair enough. You have a point.
we'll be fine. I think we can work with this. We've worked with a lot less and done a lot more. So remember how restricted we were in Shawshank? You know, we couldn't do anything without anybody seeing us. Now we just get to walk around doing what we want.
Okay, we're really gonna have to foolproof this plan. Like it has to be completely and utterly foolproof, and we all have to be utterly convincing with lying.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, Ren. I'm sorry. This is a good thing. It's not. This isn't a dig. This is because I know you're a good guy. But you're gonna have to lie your socks off.
I think I will obviously lie when it is appropriate, but I feel like for this instance, I should probably be the strong, silent type. But I will obviously help out when I can. But as you know, my views on the world are
Yeah, but people's
concrete.
lives are on the line.
I know, and I will do what I can. I promise I won't put us in jeopardy.
How are we going to do this exactly? Because your suggestion is to give two different directions, one for the demons and one for the humans, the victims. But how are they not going to hear what we are saying to each parties? How are we going to spread the word? Are we going to tell the truth to the victims or really give them hope and not talk about the deception?
We're gonna have to really figure that out. Whether we let them in on the secret. I mean, you have to think there is gonna be a lot of fear if we let them in, knowing that actually we're tricking them. That could create panic. But if they believe it's real,
Yeah, okay. Let's keep it simple.
yeah, it'll be
We
more
tell
convincing. They're less likely to panic and cause a scene and then thus ruin the plan.
Greg.
So if the fake location for the people, because we don't know where our ships are, right? And there's definitely not enough to take everyone from the city out.
We need
So
to get word. We need to get ships.
well,
That
I
is
was
important.
thinking we can use a little bit of trickery here if we want to. So instead of sending them away like on a ship, because we are not going to be able to fit them all on a ship, it's an easy target for flying demons and devils. If we send them on ships, it's going to be very hard for it just to be us actually doing what the demon wanted us to do, and they will all get either horribly killed or blah 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 blah. So instead, we try and send them to a safe location. So we need to scout out maybe the surrounding areas, maybe if there's a map, and maybe just try and find like a cave or something that we can hide them in.
First off, is the reason we don't just full frontal attack this place because we don't want to hurt the civilians?
That
What is the reason why we don't just come in here and just start a war and fight the demons off?
We're outnumbered.
yeah, even with all the you're gonna have to give me a second. What's the name of the group again? It's been a while.
Immovable
The
grandstand.
I cannot say it.
no, the
Planar
portal
walkers?
people, planar walkers. The reason why like the planar walkers and the whole conquest army is here is still not going to be enough to beat both cities, because what's happening over here is also happening on the other side. You know, so our main objective is to close the portal. That will send all of them back. That's the main reason. Like we cannot survive an all-out war with all these demons. That's why we're doing it this way.
The best thing, frankly, would be to persuade the demons and devils to go back in the portal, saying like, just hide behind, pretending that you just gave up to give even more hope to the humans, and somehow close the rift. I just don't know how to do that. But how perfect it would be? We wouldn't have to fight.
Would be nice not to have to
So
fight.
we need distractions. There'll be a lot of distractions. What if it was like a 3-part distraction, right? So maybe we could pretend to be marching against them. We start a distraction of a war which we don't intend to actually complete. Maybe, some people might get hurt in that sense, actually. We have people going for the portal, and then we're tasked with getting the people to safety.
Would work, but
We
we've
need
already
their
got
eyes not to be on us.
yeah. Well, we've already got a force heading towards the portal as we speak. That's what we're trying to achieve over here. We're meant to meet everyone back at the portal for when all the demons start going back towards it. When we eventually when the closing starts happening, it's going to be like basically a giant signal flare that the demons are domain over this place is coming to an end, and they are going to lash out viciously.
So we need to be timing this at the same time then.
Well, we're supposed to be finding like information and investigating the area to try and see what kind of caused the portal, who was the first devil, all these kind of answers, and then we got to take them all the way back.
Right. I do
to
have some
thing.
bad news.
What's that?
We have 3 days.
Huh?
Should we let Frederick know? Like, he is the one who plan battles and things like that. Maybe he could help
We need to get
and
word.
have.
Yeah.
How would we get word to Frederick though?
I mean, you can go back. How long did it take us to arrive to the castle, Greg?
It was about 12 hours by ship. You no longer have
No,
a ship.
I didn't mean to go back, but to go back to Frederick,
Yeah.
who's still there.
Yeah.
We took a ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not the same land.
Yes, but you
No,
went
it's the
around the
Broken Isles.
coast.
We're on a
For-
separate little island at the moment because it's the Broken Isles. We all started on the center one, and we all went on ships to different areas of the Broken Isles. So our 2 strike teams went to this city, while another couple of strike teams went to the other
Ah,
city, and
I
the
need to
main
check the map.
force is heading towards the portal.
Yes.
Am I remembering that right?
Perfectly.
So yeah, like what I could do, but I don't think there's going to be any wildlife around here, is if we could find some kind of crow, I could ask him nicely to go deliver a message. But if he still listens to me after that much of a flight, I don't know. So again, like I have to persuade a crow. I can't just ask him and he just does it. Crows are normally they want something.
It sounds like you have lots of ideas and you need time to plan.
Yes, I would think so.
I would suggest then this might be where we end the session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, frustrating.
You guys have clearly got a lot of homework to do and a lot of thinking to do. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of questions for me about what is and is not feasible. Because I think
I have
there's
some
some
questions for you,
confusion
Greg.
about some stuff. So I'm going to recommend this where we stop here for the recording session. And then hopefully we'll pick this up next Wednesday on the 29th, where we will have a short... No, I don't think we'll be recording it. That might just be for us. But yeah. So, because our 1 year anniversary is next week.
Woo!
Woo! So, thank you all very much, and we will be back next week.